What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting a series that I know you guys have all been waiting for and I've been really excited to do. Today we are going to build Jurassic Park. We're starting with episode 1 right now. Let me show you guys what I've started us off with just a little bit. I didn't do much, I just did this little corner right here. Essentially, this is where you would get on the Jeep that will take you through the first exhibit and into the actual park. Just like how they started by actually going in through an exhibit in the movie. And of course, that exhibit is the Brachiosaur paddock. So, this is the paddock we are dealing with. Alright. And I have, by the way, moved all of Zoo Tycoon 2 to my new computer. So everything is a little bit nicer, a little bit crisper. I think the details are going to be popping a little bit more. Like, look at that grass. That grass is just so nice right there. But yeah, so this is sort of going to be our area to work with today. And then the park as a whole, this is the same size map as we did for Jurassic World. So here we are, right here. Now before we start working on this, I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about I guess, the plan for this series. Obviously, this is a massive exhibit because the Brachiosaurs are massive, and we don't want it to seem way too small by comparison. But the rest of the park, you know, it's not going to be these huge exhibits. There's only 7 dinosaurs that appear in the base movie of Jurassic Park, you know? And I want to fill this thing up as much as we possibly can. So, the remedy to that, if you give me 1 second here, I have done a lot of research, basically, on how we can fill this park up, you know, where we could draw on to get more dinosaurs in there. And, you know, there are so many different things that Jurassic Park has cranked out over the years, you know, different ways that they've expanded the park. So, I looked around on websites, I looked through books and all that, and I basically compiled a list of every single dinosaur that was canonically in Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park on the original Isla Nublar, either in the movie, in the Telltale game, or in the book. So, the order that we're going to be going as we fill this island up, right, is we're going to crank out, obviously, the big 7 are all going to be in there, you know, those are the 7 that were featured in the movie. The next ones we're going to take to fill up space would be the ones that appeared on the map, on the pamphlet in Jurassic Park, because technically, I guess they were there. They were just never shown on screen. You know, we see some of their names when Nedry goes to steal some embryos as well. Following that up, we would take some of the ones that would appear in the Telltale game, because I guess canonically they were on the island. They, again, appeared off screen, but we see that they were there as Vet Harding goes through his entire debacle. And then finally, if we still have anything left after that, we're going to drag in a couple of guys from the books. Now, my big thing with this series is I want to have as little overlap with the Jurassic World series as possible. So certain dinosaurs might be given more precedence, like from the map, game, and book lists, if we already put them into Jurassic World, just so we don't have too many repeats. Obviously, like, I think all 7 of the in-movie guys were in the Jurassic World park. They're still going to be in this one. Don't worry, there's no way we could go about that otherwise. Okay, so that was my little spiel. Now, without further ado, let's actually build this big Brachiosaur and Parasaurolophus paddock. Alright, so if you guys remember, which I'm sure you all do, because how could you not, there is a huge lake right here. That's sort of the centerpiece of the exhibit. And then there's like kind of a forest over here that we see behind the lake. And then there's some sort of like light vegetation here. Now I'm thinking this is sort of the area that Alan first sees the Brachiosaur in. And this is where we put the lake. So, this series is going to get a little annoying as well, which I touched on this a lot during the Jurassic World series. But so many of our dinosaurs are going to be tropical rainforest biome. So, you know, we might try to play around with that a little bit, you know, get around it. Like, even this first one, I kind of want to try and maybe, you know, make it something else. You know, in the movie, it looked more like a grassland, or maybe even not a temperate forest, but a temperate rainforest, maybe. Not quite. But it did look more like a grassland than a rainforest. So honestly, we might just keep it like that. Temperate rainforest. Ooh, I really like that, actually. Wait, hold on, that's a temperate rainforest. What was that? I guess there's 2 temperate rainforests. I guess. Weird. I like this one a lot more, to be honest. It's all mossy looking. We'll use it at some point. But yeah, okay. For this first one, we might just... Yeah, I keep saying it. We're just going to keep it as a grassland. Why not? So, without further ado... let's make ourselves a nice lake right here. I'm going to make it deeper as well. I just want to kind of map it out. Wait. Hold on. I have, like, the picture open right here of, like, you know, the shot where the Brachiosaurs are coming out of the water and the Parasaurs are all drinking. Let's see. If the forest is here, because it's kind of going into the rest of the park, then they'd be coming out of it here, which in turn would mean it would go like so. Okay. Because there's kind of like a squiggle. Let's call it a squiggle. You know, it's an uneven line. So... let's go about it like that. And the idea here is that, yeah, the lake would sort of continue onwards, you know? Into the rest of the park. Or what have you. Wherever it is that it leads. So let's just fill this all in. You know what? I might try a different color of water because it was a lot brighter and not nearly as blue as this is. So let's just experiment here. Let's try freshwater. This might actually be a lot better. Ooh, I like that. Hot desert. That's a little not quite as much what I'm looking at. No. Temperate coast. It's okay. Benthic, no. Boreal forest. No. Alpine tundra, no. Ooh, reef, you might be really nice and kind of clear, yeah. I wish you didn't have those little dune things inside of you, though. Come on, yeah, I want to, like, actually see this, like, sort of in person. I mean, I guess if you're driving through the park, you wouldn't really see it. And this actually matches the color of it pretty well. I'm going to see if I could change the banks to a bit of a muddier color, though. Maybe. Because, like, the banks are very much, you know, dirty and muddy and all that. So we're actually going to use some rainforest terrain for that. But then I don't know if I like how that looks with the sand and the mud. That might just be me going into overkill a little bit. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. If you don't like the way it looks, we will simply keep the sand. And if you do, you know, let me know and I'll go back in and fix it before the next video. Simple as that. In that case, where is my temperate grassland? There you are. And we'll pull up the fresh water to smooth that out nicely right there. Yeah, it wasn't fresh water. That was coastal, wasn't it? Or it was reef. I'm sorry, it was reef. There we go. Alright, let's make it deeper as well. Let's see here. Boom, right there. So, like, this area here needs to be nice and deep. You know, we could, like, smooth it out a bit, too, so, like, the Brachiosaurs could have, like, a ramp to come out of there through, almost. Let's see here. Flatten, no. Smooth, there we go. Nice and smooth. Let's make that a little bigger. Let's see here. Move that on over. Yeah, we could just get rid of you for now. That'd be great. Yeah, moving to the right is going to be a little tricky because this new computer, I have dual monitors, you know, and whereas here, you know, I could just move the mouse over to the left as far as I want, or up or down, and it just goes. When I move it to the right, I got to find sort of that perfect area where, like, it doesn't cross over into the next monitor yet, but it still corresponds with this one. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Like, if we're... Oh, that's a little bit outside of it. If we're going through here on a Jeep, right? We're going to be following this track right over here. Oh, man, look at all that grass. Oh, man, that is nice. Okay, we're going to be going through here. Yeah, we don't see those weird dunes at all, thankfully. If we saw them, then that would be a deal breaker. But it looks like we're good. And it looks like we're just going to have, like, a really nice, crystal clear water. Okay. So, let's get some vegetation. So let's find the trees right over here first, because those are the ones I'm going to be a little picky about, because I really want them to match up with what the actual trees for the Brachiosaur look like, and that actually looks pretty close. But it's really short. Okay, so box elder, that's a possibility. Banana tree, you're way too short. Let's see, how about this? Araucaria, kind of. Essentially, they were kind of tall and, like, thin and branchy and stuff. Yeah, that describes it. Kind of like that, but not quite. That first one was actually really close. No. No. No, definitely not. No, no. I think we're just going to go with that first one. That's definitely not it. Okay, there we go. So let's just... How many? That was like a bit of a grove, I guess. A small grove. It definitely wasn't, like, massive, though. Like, in that sense that... There might have been, like, a few trees together. Like, yeah. But it wasn't like there was some, like, huge cluster or anything, like, on the other side, where there was, like, an actual forest. Here, like, you know, a couple trees there, a couple here. Yeah, I think that about will do it for that side, to be honest with you. Is there any shrubbery? Not on that side, no. More on that side. Okay, so to the infamous that side. So, like, this area here is basically going to be trees, 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 trees. Let's go ahead and grab those. I think we could just do, like, you know, the nice dense rainforest trees for this part, and we'll be fine. Like, yeah, it looks like there's, like, pine trees in there. Like, I don't know, tropical pine trees? I don't even think those exist. Yeah, no, we're gonna try to avoid that if we can. Probably not the coast redwood. Yeah, I don't know, they look like pines in this picture that I'm looking at, even though I know they're not. But these kind of look like prehistoric pines, so I guess we'll go with that. Yeah, there were also some bushes in there, so... You know, I don't really like these. It's a little too bright for what we got going on here. Kind of a duller green, you know. Sort of... It's the background, you know? It's not supposed to pop. You're supposed to see the dinosaurs in front of it. That's the big appeal. Let's see, and it would go... Well, I guess it goes till about here, realistically. Yeah, there we go. This is actually a nice one. It's shorter, and there was a couple shorter trees right up front there, too. I'm just sort of going through, like, all these just so we see what it is that we got here. Guys, this looks just like some of the trees in there, but, like, more towards the end of it. So, I will use a small grove of these tamarack trees to kind of, a little further down. I guess it's sort of mid the bigger curve. So yeah, like right about there. This is to signify like where we're supposed to just end with the trees, okay? There is a little bit of them going on sort of in that direction. But we're not going to overdo it. It's weird, I've never actually like done an exhibit while like looking back and forth between between the screen and the picture before. So, interesting experience, I suppose. Makes you a bit of a perfectionist, I guess. Baroque, no. Where was the elephant ear that we had earlier? That was good. That one's a little too flashy. You, yes. I love the elephant ear because it just, like, it fills up the area so nicely. And then you can just sort of, like, add more trees around it to add more personality and character. But, like, you still get the entire surface area just, like, nice and filled up. Himalayan oak, no. Cycad, yes. All the yes. Always a cycad. I don't know why you're so dull in color, but whatever. No. Over here you could work. You could work. More elephant ears. We already have enough of those. What else was I using? Not you. You're way too bright. You're blue, and that's... No, not for this. You're... No. Better suited for a wetlands type exhibit. Yeah, some of these, sure. No. A few maybe in here. Tropical palms, why not? No. Already have you. I feel like they were all up here. Everything that was you. There we go. There's one of them. Add some nice height to it. And, oh, no, that's not it. It's like the monkey puzzle tree. Where is it? Where art thou? There it is. I'm pretty content with that. That, like, it's got its unique trees to it. So let's just see how that looks first person. Yeah, it's about there. We just got to fill up the bottom. So, the shrubbery. That's way too small, but it could work nicely as a touch right here. And while we're doing this, I might as well tell you guys that, like, for, like, park aesthetic, I'll be doing the same thing as in the last series, in that I'm just going to go through and do the exhibits first, and when we do our final tour, that's when we're actually going to go in there and make it all pretty, so to speak. And again, I have a backup this time around. I didn't have one for Paleo Park, so that's why we sort of had a couple mishaps there. Here, just in case the game decides to go a little crazy on us, we're going to have a backup save. Which, speaking of, I should probably save this, because it loves to crash whenever I put in a lot of plants. Yeah, the red and, like, fir trees just look kind of weird to me, but hell, the photo's there. Don't blame me, blame the photo. Okay, and then the view that they have, I guess there was, like, kind of some bushes here as well. So that would be, like, let's see. Their view is essentially something like this. Yeah, like this. So, a few short shrubs right around the edges here, and sort of over here. No, definitely not. Tall step grass, no. Scythian lamb, no. 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 Huh. More grass. Let's see. Kelp, I wish. Definitely not these. Ah, it's a weird looking plant. Kinda, no. It looks like... No, it doesn't. What are you even talking about, me? Is this all too short? Would it be more in the trees? I guess, maybe. It's like about this height, but like it looks more like one of those trees that we put over here. Not even like that, but like it's the closest thing we have, so I guess we're gonna go with it. It's only a couple, and it's not that big a deal, but okay. They're just not bushy enough, though. That's my whole thing here. I need it to be short and bushy, so we might just throw in those alongside them, just to sort of fill the void a little bit. Let's go there, and some like right there. I really wish there was just like a generic bush, you know? That'd be great. But I don't think we have anything like that. Oh. Well, actually this bamboo kind of sort of resembles the plant. Why not? Let's just put it in here. If nothing more, it'll make these little splotch groves a little nicer. There was a few, like, just sort of growing off on their own over here. So let's do that. Yeah, alright. And, you know, for aesthetic's sake, over there, just so it's not completely empty over there. Yeah. Eventually I'm going to fill that in with rainforest there, so it's not an awkward gap. But for now, that will do on vegetation, I think. Yeah. Now, you know, for the sake of, like, you know, in our heads, decency, whatever you want to call it, this forest would eventually expand into the part of the paddock where Alan and the kids end up in later in the film, but this will do for this exhibit, for the entryway exhibit. Now, let's actually get some, well, necessities for all of our animals here. So, okay, I'm just gonna hide this over here because it doesn't really look that good in the exhibit. And then, of course, there's food. So we're gonna have some cycad leaves. Just a little bit over here. For the most part, the food is gonna be over on that side, I think. Because that's like where the herd was and everything, so I should probably put some water over here for them, though. So yeah, like right here is sort of their feeding ground, is the way I would see it. So let's say boom water, boom food, boom food, boom food. Yeah, food, all around food. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's that for the Brachiosaur, and I guess... Well, let's get the Parasaurolophus set up first as well. Let's see. What do you want? You need a salt lick. Okay. Well, we'll get you a salt lick right over there. You actually need a shelter, too. Damn. Okay, that's alright. We'll put you... Suddenly I wish that this forest stretched out a little more, because that's, like, the perfect place. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They, like, everyone knows it's a park. We'll just put it right there. Salt lick. Food. Okay, all the food is the same. So, there are, I believe, if I'm getting my math right, 10 Parasaurolophuses that show up in the opening scene. And there's 3 Brachiosaurs, but then we see 5 total later on during the sneezing scene. I don't think we're going to do 5 Brachs. I'm down with doing 3. And we'll see how many Parasaurolophuses look good in comparison to that. So, is there any difference female to male? I don't think so. No. So we'll just do 3 females. Okay, so we've got 1 over there and 2 in the water. Yeah, that actually does not take up too much of the exhibit at all. Those guys in the water just haven't moved, so hopefully they're not broken. They might not be able to function in the water. Oh well, we'll see. So in that case, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's get some park keepers in there as well. And we already have a rampage. That's great. Need to find a mod that stops rampaging. It's just the most annoying thing that could happen. Sometimes they're not even mad. Like, look at that. Basic needs are all met. Yep, okay. So, that's all the parasaurs. Ah, there we go. They're alive and moving. So, let's actually see what this looks like, shall we? Color Jeep. I wish there was like an actual Jurassic Park Jeep in there, but whatever. We'll just do this generic yellow one. Wait. Wait. Ah, there we go. Going through this forest. Don't know where we're going. Well, I guess we know where we're going at this point, but you know. There's going to be a gate, but it's going to be on the other side of the exhibit, I think. Like, the whole selling point... Ah, there's another rampage. The whole selling point, in my eyes, or the way it worked, was, you know, John Hammond didn't say, "Welcome to Jurassic Park," until after we see that first Brachiosaur. So I kind of wanted to work similarly here, where, you know, you go in and boom, there's that first one. He's just chilling there, browsing, eating, whatever it is that he's doing, you know, pondering his existence in a corner, maybe. I don't like how they keep flashing dark. That's freaking me out a little bit. It's making me wonder what all's going on, you know? So you see that one ideally being a little bit more lively, and then you look over here, and you see the Parasaurolophuses grazing and all that. And the other 2 Brachiosaurs are somewhere. Up there they are. Well, there's one of them in the water. Don't know where the other one is. I know that part over there looks empty, but like I said, it'll look more filled in once there's like a forest on the other side too. And there's the other Brachiosaur. Once there's a forest on the other side too, I think. Yeah, that'll definitely help. These Brachiosaurs keep flashing. I may substitute them for a different model. But these are like the ones from the actual J-Pod games, so that's why I kind of wanted to keep them. Alright, let's get you to sleep. At least that was nice and fast this time, thankfully. Yeah, let's actually go down and see our dinosaurs up close, shall we? Hey, buddy. Your eyes are really, really weird. Just imagine the theme song playing over right now. Hey, you're a big fella, aren't you? Whew. That one's still in the water, so thank you for keeping up the aesthetic of the intro. Let's go see our buddy from the other side real quick. Yeah, I don't know why he's flashing like that. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, like I said, there's not many good Brachiosaurs out there, but we can just use the one we used from Jurassic World if need be. I just want to try to use, you know, different models, if at all possible. I just think it'll look a lot cooler. There we go, there's our buddy. They're so quiet. It's weird. Well, alright guys. So that's it for the first episode, I think. We got a lot done. And I just see that we're topping a half hour. So yeah, it's definitely time to wrap it up. We got the Parasaurolophuses. We got the Brachiosaurs. I think we got a pretty good rendition of that first exhibit going. We got, you know, the pasture area, the first initial introduction area, and of course the lake with the forest as the background. We'll be moving our way along through the park. I'm going to throw in the gate right around here. I'll set up like that visitor center area here, and we'll see what we do next. I'm not sure. I guess Dilophosaurus would be the first one that they found, but we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, that's about it. Take care. I'll see you all next time. Please like this video, please share it, please leave your comments below, tell me what you thought, what you want to see next, and of course, be awesome and subscribe. Take care, guys.